Right, so hey everyone, and welcome back to another budget photography video. So first of all, it is a very windy day and also a very hot day, hence the fact as to why I'm in the shade. So I do apologise about any wind noise. I do have a little tiny dead cat on my microphone, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it has cut out all or most of the wind noise. Anyway, here in the UK at least, it's time for school pictures, and as a photographer and as a parent myself, they're a bit of a rip-off. They just are. So, I'm here with the little one. Say hello.
Yes.
In a nondescript uniform, because frankly it's his safety at stake here, so he's wearing just a plain blue t-shirt. And we're gonna take some school pictures, aren't we? Yeah? Even though I don't even think you guys can actually see him. You ready? You gonna be good? Oh, you're always good, aren't you? Yeah, just nodding away. So yes, let's take some school pictures. Should be good, hopefully. Although actually, one more thing I do want to add, there is a lake here. We are at the lake still, and there are people out on the lake. Now, something that has personally confused me is the fact that this is a southeast London lake, and it is not particularly the cleanest, shall we say. Yeah, there's a few trolleys in there, there's lots of rubbish, and people are kind of swimming in there, and yeah, I don't get it personally, but each to their own. Another thing, quickly actually, before we jump into the rest of the video, you've noticed that I've shaved my hair and my beard. Now, I film videos out of sequence, so to speak, so I will batch record about 3 to 4 videos, so who knows, next week I could have a full head of hair and a full beard. Unlikely, but it is possible. But yes, I have shaved, obviously, but I am gonna grow them back properly. I wanted to look after my skin a bit more. It started to dry out and I wasn't looking after it properly, so I shaved it all off, and yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. So, let's move the microphone down. So, what do I have? Let's put that back there. So, what do I have with me? Well, for lenses, I have the 70 to 200. A pretty generic kind of lens. It's just the f4, not the f2, but still all the way zoomed in at 200mm. You're going to get some really nice images. And then for cameras, because I'm using my R6 to film this, I have the EOS RP. Now, obviously, EF and RF don't really go together that well, so I also have, somewhere in here, a lens mount. Lens mount? Yeah, lens mount. So that I can use my EF and RF cameras together. I also have my GoPro with me so that I can get a lens perspective. And there are children coming, so I'm going to stop recording because they're not my kids. So I'm going to start off with some really nice pictures here. Noah! I might use the crop in function just so that I can get that little bit extra reach. Although he does need to come a little bit closer. So if I turn that off again. Noah, come back. Come this way. Because what I really want is, that's it, stop. Look at Daddy. Smile. Oh, smile nicely. There we go. Oh God, it always looks so miserable. Now my settings for this are 1/4000, f4 at an ISO of 16. I might bring that ISO down and lighten up the ISO at the shutter speed to 1/1600 to an ISO of 640. That's it, Noah. Now I am on burst rate here because, well, let's be, you know, let's be fair. He's 6. I'm going to put my bag on the floor because it's swaying on the camera tripod here. So I am at 200 mil, and I'm not really giving him much instruction. I'm just kind of now just letting him kind of pose for me, and then I'll just go through them later. I'm really not bothered about it, but it is so much easier and so much cheaper to just do these pictures yourself. And the depth of field that you can get from even the F4 version. And I also brought with me that I forgot was the 51.8. So that would look really, really nice on here. I think what I'm going to do... Noah, can you lay down, please? I'm going to get some laying down shots. No! He's laid down like that. Lay on your stomach. There we go. There's a good... There we go. Right, so now we can get lovely low down shots. Apparently we are too close for this lens, so let's zoom in. Same settings as before. One over 1600th of a second, f4, 640 ISO. Can you smile for Daddy? No, that's not really a smile, is it, Noah? Not really the smiling kind, to be honest. So, the problem with, you know, school pictures, they're lovely, you know, they're great. Put your legs down. Good boy. Open your eyes. Yeah, they're really good. But here's the problem. 1 minute. One, they're ridiculously expensive. And two, it's all a bit boring. You get the same boring background for every single child. Whereas this, yes, okay, fair enough. I've come out with my RP and a 70 to 200 on the top. But also equally, you could use your phone. Now, again, I've got an iPhone, so let's actually stop the recording on the GoPro. Turn that off. And then we'll change over to my iPhone. So here we go. So this is the normal feed, normal view. So here we go. We're in portrait mode. So let's come down. What are you doing, Noah? Ah, so you see we've got a nice amount of depth of field coming in all around the background here. See if I can notice, trying to focus on my finger. So you can just, look at Daddy. Put your hands underneath, don't wipe your nose. Put your hands underneath your chin. There we go. So you could just record your pictures on your iPhone. Right, stand up. Right, brush yourself off. And you do have this kind of natural amount of blur that even kind of tries to come around my fingers. There we go. Open your eyes properly. Okay, look at Daddy. I'm not framing these right. There we go. And then what we could do is we can go further down and upside down, and then kind of, no, don't jump. Like that. Let's have a look at that. Oh, look at that. That is perfect. I really like that one. Okay, stay there. And then what I want is some grass, but this is all kind of just crap. So I'm going to change back to the RP and get him laying back on the floor like I did about 2 or 3 minutes ago, and then get some kind of grass, get some nice depth into the image rather than just, you know, the subject and the background. So I want 3 things in the image. I want the foreground, the subject and the background. Okay, so I've got him back laying on the ground again, and what I'm going to do is try and get the RP to work and then come further back and then just get, I don't actually know if you guys can see, I'll show you the picture up on screen. I'm having trouble focusing, going to move back even more. Smile for Daddy. No, misery. There we go, there's a little grin. Come on camera. I'm having a few bits of trouble focusing here with the RP. I do wish he would kind of smile on command, but he's a kid, I get it. It's really hard to, and that's the buffer filled up. Let's really go for a really low down one. So I'm in the grass now. Like, I'm actually in the grass. Let's get maybe 50-50. Then maybe a landscape kind of shot. Just at 200 mil. Again, the same settings as earlier. Oh, you okay, Noah? Huh? Oh no, a fly is not going to come and get you. Noah, look at Daddy. Noah, smile. No, you're not wanting to smile for Daddy? You're not? There's a smile. Good boy. So even with me just using this one simple, small kind of location here, I've got vastly better and cheaper images than you would if you had your school photographer do it. Do it at home is the best thing that I would recommend. If you want the school pictures, I'm not saying don't get them. I'm saying you can do better. Anyway guys, thanks for joining me in this video. See you in the next one.